Hello and welcome back to my garage. Today we are going to replace some tie rod ends on a Opel Corsa from 1998. It's a 1.5 turbo diesel. This is a pretty easy job you can do yourself. The only thing you have to worry about is getting some alignment afterwards, because else you are going to replace your tires very soon. Even if you're dead on, you should just go get an alignment. It's always better to do that. So let's get going. And like always, we start with jacking up the car. So let's do that. Why doesn't it work for me? It always on YouTube. It looks like it's automatically up. Ah, crap. Remember these? Yeah, they're also on the Renault Clio. So first we take the wheel off. These are 17. Well, this is the tie rod end, so let's see if we can reproduce the problem by rocking it back and forward. As you can see, there is a lot of play on that ball end. First thing you want to do is soak it in with some penetrating fluid. Most of the time these aren't that stubborn. And before even touching the thing with a spanner, I'm going to measure it for later reference. So what I mostly do is take a fixed point. In this case the end of the boot, and then to the center of the joint, and it's dead on 25 centimeters in my case. This nut is a 19, and first you want to do is crack this one loose before even try to remove the tie rod end. Okay, this nut is now loose. Now we're going to check if the inner tie rod is spinning freely in the tie rod end, and it is. So now we can remove the tie rod without any pain. This is also a 17. I really like to use an impact on stuff like this, because it makes life a lot easier. And of course it's spinning. But it is already loose, so that doesn't happen very often. You've got now two options. One option is cut it off be done with it, because we are going to throw this away anyway. Another option is to clamp it down with a C-clamp or something like that, and put some pressure on it and try to get the nut loose that way. Let's try the clamping method. I've got a big set of pipe pliers, or a pipe wrench, or how you want to call it. Almost there. I need to see to get some more pressure on there. It's not going to happen for me today. If I had some, well, if I had someone else held it in place for me, put some more force on it, it probably will crack, but for now, no. Too bad, but I'm going to take the easy route now. Normally you cannot take it out as easy as this one. It's already cracked. If you have to do this and it's stuck, what you can do is just get a big hammer and give this some good taps, or get a pickle fork or a dedicated tool for it. Well, I'm going to use a pickle fork because it's a bit stuck. So, and I love smashing things. That went easy. And all you have to do now is rotate. My father always counted the frets. So this is 0, and then 1, and 2 and 3. He did that so he can put a new one on the same amount of turns. Well, that's how he did it. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. But there is a problem with that method. If you're going to use the counting method, you need to make sure these are exactly the same. And as you can see, the new one is, well, maybe half a centimeter shorter. So if I turn it 16, then it will have some more positive toe, of toe out on this side. So that's not going to work here. Dus, well, it's up to you what to use, but I'm using the measuring method and of course alignment afterwards. Just for fun, we are going to count it and then measure it how much it's more shortened than it should be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times. And let's measure it again. And now it is 24 and a half. That's not good. If you are going to use the counting method, be sure that these are exactly the same. But now I'm going to adjust it so it is 25 like it should be, by just turning this rod. Just a couple of more turns. And now it's 25. Keep the inner tie rod in place. In this case it's a 12mm. I don't know if I mentioned it yet. And this is a 19. It's a bit stubborn, but it'll move. If you don't get it to move, then apply some heat. Heat is always your friend. Just be careful with solvents you put already on there. So now it's snug. And what I like to do is, as you can see here is a flat spot, and that's I think a 21. So let's get me a 21. Well, it's not a 21, it's a 22. And just lock them together. To be sure, we measure it again, and it is still 25. Well guys, and there you have it. How to change a damn, I forgot the name. Stuurkogel. That's a tie rod end, yes. How to change the tie rod end on this Corsa of Opel Corsa. As you have seen, it's not that difficult. If you want to use the measuring method or the turning method, it's up to you. Turning method only works if it's exactly the same unit. I advise to measure it. and as you have seen, not really special tools required. Well, a pickle fork is a good thing to have. I don't use pickle forks if I want to well, keep or maintain the tie rod end. Most of the time you will kill the dust boot. So but in this case, because it's junk, it really is junk. So I really hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions, please ask below, and if you want to follow me around, you know what to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye.